Good morning. Welcome to Adu and the Guru on Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. It's another edition of the show, and it's good to have you join us this morning. Well, there's lots to talk about, and as usual, the conversation would not proceed without your participation. Now, on Adu and the Guru, we take you down history and memory lane on topical stories that have happened in the outgone week, and give you an analytic perspective to it, delving deeper into the subject and looking at historical facts as well that substantiate many of these stories and how they're likely to end. And of course, there are segments you'd look forward to: historical perspective, periscoping, knowledge drop box, and the likes. But before we get into all the details, let me introduce you to some and to present to others. Well, of course, it will not be Adu and the Guru if there is no guru, right? And he is the editor-at-large of the newsguru.com, a veteran journalist with over 40 years of experience, one who is very vast with historical facts and has a depth of analysis that is scarce and rare in our days. He's also a father at heart and is many more to many other people. Of course, some even call him the prophet of our time. I'm talking about none other than the one and only Mr. Gordon Etakibuebu, the guru himself. Good morning, sir.
Adu.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Tell me, how was your weekend?
Well, my weekend, I was here.
And tell me, you were here?
Yes, I had to work this weekend. So I was here. I was on the broadcast studio over the weekend.
Saturdays and Sundays?
Just Saturday, not Sunday.
Okay. Even Sunday is not a weekend.
Well, Sunday is not weekend.
Weekend starts from Friday to Saturday.
Yeah.
2 days. So, you were operational in the studio here.
I was operational.
So the next part of the question need not to be asked again, because I was going to tell me the truth. What did you do with yourself? Now that I knew you were behind the microphone here, so that part of the question is not necessary again. It's already accomplished.
Well, after I left the microphone, I did go.
No, you are not under duress to tell me exactly what you did after leaving the microphone, where you went, or what you were doing there. No. I would not even ask you to explain that. Not while we are on air.
Oh, thank you.
I have the duty to protect you as a son.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, we thank God. Good morning, Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. You are welcome to Adu and the Guru. How many minutes gone? Adu, can I ask a question? When shall we be able to redeem the time? Because the Bible says we should.
The exigencies that go into the production sometimes make it a little difficult to get in on time.
Okay. All right. That's very, very good. You are welcome, and you are welcome, and you are welcome all over the world. We appreciate you for participating with us, for joining the conversation, for making it thicker, for making it broader, for making it more lively. Because without you there, we are not here. We can't be talking to ourselves. So thank you for being there for us, and that is why the eagerness to get the job done is here with us. So once again, you are welcome. Adu, you are welcome. Rhoda, why are you whispering? Is the microphone gone dead?
Well, no, the microphone isn't gone.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
That's good. The people want to hear your voice. The other day when you established that report, was it Tafawa Balewa Square where people were breaking a barricade in order to get themselves PVC? It was a very good one.
Thank you, Daddy.
But the good news is that INEC is most likely to shift the deadline. Adu?
Yes.
Is it to August or when? They are yet to give the date.
They're yet to give the date, but there's strong indications.
I met with INEC very, very top man. And I asked him the question I'll be remunerating over here, time on and time off. I asked him, I said, sir, I've gone into the dictionary which is available to me. I did not, I didn't get quite the answer I needed. When something is continuous, what's the meaning of that word? Because you told us the voter registration is a continuous process. So, He said, I wouldn't know it would bring me to this far. Anyway, was there any tangible explanations?
The explanation their PRO has given is that they needed time to print out the registered voters and have their cards ready in time for them to use it to exercise their franchise.
What are the mechanical instruments they have in printing this out? How many of the permanent voters card could come out of the print within 10 minutes? You should tell the people those facts. If you say continuous, you keep on registering them, getting the data, getting everything. The one that comes out, they will come out. The one that don't come out. But for you to say this thing is a continuous, so first of all, you shut your portal, you close it down. Then the analog system of people coming, no, the system of capturing is not analog, but people physically coming. You are now saying, after so it will not. You see, I can tell you something about the INEC. Of course, Nigerians are not always very eager getting something done. Always assuming that it will be postponed, or it may not even end forever and ever. That's number one. Two, now there's clash of crowd. It is now a money-making venture for both parties. INEC official on one side, the people themselves on another side. You may not understand this.
Oh, I think I have an idea.
Okay, oh yeah, interpret my thought.
Well, the INEC officials, because of the demand, would ask people to fast-track their cards with a certain token.
That's good. There's no more token. Where something goes beyond token, what's the English language for it?
Fee. And then the people themselves would use the cards to, fast-track the elections of their candidates.
You know, the people themselves, some of them go to INEC offices, queuing from 3 a.m. to get numbers. They put fictitious name on paper. They get this and they sell it to those who are coming 5,000 naira each per slot. So those who are good enough to have gathered, say, about 20-30 names, you know what 5,000 naira times 30, what does that give? 150,000 naira. Part of that 150,000 naira go to the INEC official in that particular INEC office. So both of them are into the game. Both of them are into the game. I'm telling you part of my investigations. I told you I went as far as Badagry. That is number one. Number two. Number two. What did I say?
Number two.
Okay. Let's just leave it at this Sherry formula methodology. All right. Now, Periscope, historical perspective should be fully back. Periscope should equally fully back. Knowledge Dropbox should be equally fully back. But today, I have no historical perspective. So what we should do, therefore, is that we will bring Periscope. But this Periscope of today may be slightly different from how we used to present it. The Periscope of today, we've started, we are already on, is to ask the question, and I want answer to come from all over the globe where we are being listened to. Which political party wins the 2023 general election? How many political parties are going into the 2023 general election? Which of these political parties would win most importantly, the presidency. There are going to be a lot of casualties from the House of Representatives, from the Senate, even from state houses of assembly. But I am not particularly so concerned by state houses of assembly. I am concerned more about the National Assembly, the Senate, the House of Representatives. And who takes over? Who shall be sworn in as taking over from President Muhammadu Buhari on the 29th of May 2023. May God preserve all of them. May God preserve all of them. So which political party? Amalgamations of parties are coming, but the possibility of 2, 3, or 4 parties fusing to form one party is closed. It's not there because of the timetable of INEC. But they can be understand the alliance of working together. When you're answering this question, please add this. Is it going to be PDP? Is it going to be APC? All Nigerians are going to say no. Now that the youths are rising in place of PVC acquisition, would they translate this into given the elections, given the voters, the votes, translating into putting the votes into the ballot boxes, which shall be counted, transmitted electronically, that will pick somebody as having won at the end of the day. With the movement of the youths, be able to translate the physical votes from Instagram page, from Facebook page, from Twitter page, into the ballot boxes, drop the votes physically in the ballot boxes. If that will happen, which political party will pick that? Because it is not most likely again that the NNPP and the Labour Party are coming into alliance, because it is looking very much obviously now that one is not willing to become a running mate to the other. Rabiu Kwankwaso, according to his spokesman yesterday, said obviously Rabiu Kwankwaso will be the presidential candidate. And I wouldn't know if Peter Obi, having come this far, want to step down at Labour Party, that okay, I will now be a running mate. Or is it ADC with what's the name of the running mate in Rivers? DK. Toto. Okay, the Paris Cup is this. So As we'll be going towards the end of the discussion, please, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we shall give about 5 minutes for you people to answer this question. Which political party wins the 2023 general election? If we cannot periscope now, if we cannot interpret tomorrow now, because I want us to try as much as Michael Nostradamus, the man who saw tomorrow. So that is for that. Adu, without wasting the people's time.
Okay.
Can you give us the menu, please?
Yes, sir. We have a very rich menu today, as you can obviously perceive the aroma. So let me start from item number 1. Supreme Court Justices write protest letter to CJN. That's from the Premium Times. Item 2. ISWAP responsible for our church attack. FG and the Vanguard has that story. Item 3. Interview. Nigeria far better than my government met it. Buhari was speaking there and was captured on the Premium Times. And item number 4. Senatorial race. Falana faults APC over submission of Lawan Akpabio's names. The leadership newspaper had that story. Item number 5. After primaries, mass exodus hits APC in Castina, Sokoto, and Bauchi State. Premium Times captured that story. Body of benchers raises peace panel as Supreme Court justices fight CJN. From the Punch, terrorists have taken over forest in Nigeria. Akeredolu raises alarm again. That's from the Daily Post. Item number 7. Abuja Kaduna train attack victims. Time is running out. Professor Murtala warns the federal government, and the Daily Post captured the story. Meanwhile, item number 9 is Lawan Akpabio Umahi missing on INEC's list of senatorial candidates. And that is from The Nation. And last but not least, Zamfara banditry. Governor Matawale directs residents to obtain guns for self-defense.
Thank you very, very much, Adu.
Yes, sir.
We'll try to rush this thing so that if we will not be able to treat all, we should be able to treat at least 75%. Ipso facto, let's start from where it ends. Zamfara banditry. Governor Matawale directs residents to obtain guns for self-defense. Now, it is becoming very obvious that we are operating in a falsified concept of a country. That the leadership of this country across strata, at the federal level, state level, or local government level, they operate in scarcity of facts. Not because the facts are not there on ground, but they pick and they choose to use mechanism of deceit in taking the people somewhere. And when you channel a flight, or let me use the one that I'm very, very familiar with, since I don't know how plane even moves, since I've never entered one before. Let us go into the sea. The navigational chart of every voyage is drawn in advance. Now, if you are using mechanism of deceit to put your navigational chart of a voyage on plan, where will that navigational movement take you to? It will not take you to your destiny.
No.
It will not take your followers who believe in you to their destinies.
No.
So, therefore, that such leaders, what they are selling to the people will be action in vain. They will only succeed in bringing every person under that voyage into a waste generational presentation. Wasted generation. I remember Shoyinka, where he was to attain, was he 60 then or 70? I've forgotten, one of the two. He referred to himself as belonging to the wasted generation. I think 60. Because at 70, he said he must go and hunt to bring an antelope. He left the guest where seated. He went, and within a few minutes, he brought an antelope. Also, just digressing a little. So when people talk of Olusegun Obasanjo as Ebora Owu, I don't know which name they will call Wole Soyinka, because Olusegun Obasanjo understands Ifa. Ọ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀ Ifá máa ń bá a sọ̀rọ̀ ó dẹ̀ yé, ó dẹ̀ ń túmọ̀ rẹ̀ bó yẹ kó ṣe túmọ̀ rẹ̀. Wole Soyinka is a masterpiece when it comes to Ifa. All of them belong to one area. Not just one area, one community. So that's Wole Soyinka. Aminu Bello. No, not Aminu. What is his first name? Okay, let's say Bello Matawali is telling the people of his state now to go and prepare themselves for gun so that they could defend themselves. Can you see the irony of leadership in Nigeria?
According to his press statement, he talked about basic weapons for farmers and said he was willing to help with the registration and licensing of 500 forms for farmers in the rural community. Basic guns are only guns and other basic weapons for self-defense. But I don't know if basic guns can help.
What do you call it?
Basic.
B-A-S-I-C?
No, B-A-S-I-C.
Sorry, B-A, basic.
Yeah.
Okay, basic. Okay. What do you understand basic gun is like?
Perhaps he was referring to the one you educated us on as the double barrel. What's the is it Remington you called it now?
No, the Remington is a brand.
Okay.
You can have it in the single barrel. You can have it in the double barrel. You can have it even in the pistol that has a chamber that contains about 12 bullets. But if you have it in the double barrel or the single barrel, it is not coming with bullets. It is coming with cartridges, where you have about 26 pellets in the cartridge, except the one made for elephant, which is just one. And you must wear your ear protector before you pull the trigger for elephant. Now, you see, Matewale had danced round and danced round. He had even demonstrated the dancing capacity of that insane man in the market square. In the Bible book of Matthew chapter 26 verse 15, I don't delve into religious matter, but I'm only just quoting this. As between now and 2023, before the election, I'll be quoting Quran, I'll be quoting the Bible. Jesus made a statement. That is 26 verse 52. I take my first translation from the CEB, that is Common English Bible. My first translation, the version of the CEB. It says, put the sword back into its place. All those who use the sword will die by the sword. His attacker came. Maybe they wanted him arrested that day, or if it were to be now, we say kidnap. One of his faithful pulled his sword and chop off the ear of somebody very close to the high priest. Jesus in his agony saw it. He said, return that sword back. He said, because whoever that operates with this sword shall die by the sword. Let's pick another translation. Let us take Amplified Bible. That translation, the version of Amplified Bible. It says, put your sword back in its place. For all those who habitually draw the sword shall die by the sword. The difference here, all those who habitually. I think that is the place Matawale found himself now. Matawale once worked for the interest of the bandits, at least in his state. I remember Matawale was one of those who danced into the forest to go and host bandits to a great recession. I wouldn't know what type of wine they drank that day. I wouldn't know what type of guguru they drank. Forget about this thing where they deceive us. The other day, hideout of Boko Haram insurgents raided, and what did we see? We saw condoms and all those. And if what we are doing is purely for God, are you supposed to be involved in adultery or fornication? Did the Quran not say that every person involved in adultery or fornication shall be judged by God? The Quran says so. So Matawale now came out to tell Nigerians, to the whole world, that there are two types of, that not all bandits are bad. That there are good bandits and there are bad bandits. Then did he tell his people that go and prepare yourself to defend yourself? Now the bubble had burst. The chicken returned home now to roost. So he turned around now and even talking of how he will support them. Then the question is, why can't we educate the people most professionally and efficiently to how to use 12 bow shotgun to defend oneself against a man who is carrying an assault rifle of AK-47 or AK-49? That when you push off the pin, the velocity, not only velocity killing in the bullet, the speed with which this comes
coming out.
That is why it is accepted worldwide as the most light weapon to be used in war. Because the thing will just
they call it rapid fire.
Yes, just like water gushing out. Then you carry. Nigerians, please listen to this little education. The double barrel has 2 chambers. I mean, you have to bring 2 cartridges. You have to unlock. You have to break. You break it. Then you see the 2 chambers. Then you push the cartridges 1 and 2. These are not self-replacing. You have to push it and unbreak it. Then you now cock before you fire. Wow. The difference is that you can fire both together because the trigger is under. You pull 1 or 2, or you pull 1, whichever way they manufacture it. The remedy is softer, is better. Then you break again to put your hand in your pocket.
Bring out another 2.
To bring out another 2 to put. But if it is a single barrel, it is only single. So you put only 1. But let me add this to it. Like the remedy has a single barrel. But the chamber takes 12 cartridges. So meaning you can load the 12 at a go. After removing the safety pin, so as you are touching the trigger, they are coming out. But they will only come out to the extent of what you loaded there, which is 12 cartridges. Then after that, you don't break that, but you have a way of pushing the whole chamber open. Then, because as you are shooting, the shell is coming out, it's falling out. So then you now start loading. Before you load that 12, with a man who is holding AK-47 and assault rifle, rapidly releasing, and he may even go wearing belt of say 250, and this thing They don't jam. AK-47, AK-49 were prepared by what they call those responsible for this thing. I mean, what? Now, it's running. Before you now open and push 12 cartridges, would the person still be the man with the short bow, either double barrel or single barrel of 12? Will he still be anywhere around this world, or he would have been in purgatory arranging where to go, either heaven or hell? So why would Matawale not? When did Matawale now know that these bandits, they are evil? It's not only Matawale. Most governors, I must respectfully talk to Zulum, Professor Obagana Zulum of Borno State, whom some Nigerian security agencies had even planned to kill at the time. I'm not the one who said this. He said the people who attacked him, they were military. So this is the deceit we go about. When it is pleasing to them, what is happening is that the law of karma is catching up with these people. Karma is regarded as a very beautiful woman who is on continuous journey of the beach. When he comes to your house, Adu, you give Karma akara or mama, or you give Karma $20. Are you still spending naira? Karma will take it away. Karma is akin to one masquerade in Ibadan. Physical. This is natural. There is a masquerade in Ibadan. It comes out once in a year. When it comes to your place, if you pour water on the masquerade, it will not cost you. Masquerade, they used to be costing. If you give the masquerade money, it will not bless you. If you put fire on the masquerade, it will not cost you. But it has one message for every home you visited. As we are doing, keep on doing that. Because there is pay time for every services rendered. That's karma. Jesus told this man, put your sword back, because whoever that oppresses in this, we will die of this. So those things, most of these people, the likes of Matawale introduced to the system at the time, is coming back to consume them. And the truth remains, as God remains, the creator of heaven and earth, who regulated everything by his own order. Whatever you bring into the system will come back to you. So Matawale is now shouting, my people will go for... When you were dancing with the bandits in the forest, when you were hosting them, when you people were drinking anything, probably might have contained some alcohol. Why didn't you call your people and say, come and kill them? You came out to tell Nigerians that some bandits are good, some are bad. You can see. So it is what they brought to the system that is now consuming them. I think that's enough on Matawale. And so he is now arranging to buy even what you call the pump action. It's an illegal, it's a very illegal thing, because the law that permits commissioner of police in his state to issue licenses for carrier of short bow, double barrel, or single barrel. It is the commissioner of police in the state that issues that license to the carrier. If you want to have pistol, or if you are going for the rifle, the assault rifle, you need only one person to approve it for you, and that's the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. He's the only one. So this man is now going to carry the people money to go and buy double barrel to his people, to go and kill some good bandits, because to him, There are some bad and there are some good. Which of them is he sending his people to defend themselves against now? Is it the bad ones or the good ones? What they introduce to the system is coming back to consume them. And as God lives, it will consume them totally. Anyone that contributed this terrorism in any part of Nigeria, banditry in any part of even massive this kidnapping. They will be consumed by what? It may not be today, because when karma takes anything from you, on the return journey could be 100 years, it could be 80 years. Sometimes you wonder, how come that report had it that 6 children of one particular person perished one day? It might not be them, because God said in His law of retribution, He visits the wickedness of the wicked up to generations, as He will visit the good of the good one up to generations too. So how come that sometimes you will just hear the story that 6 children of one man, a couple, 6 children, they drove out like this, then the trailer missed its way, just climbed the vehicle and killed all of them. I am not saying it is necessary and only for this, but it might have equally be karma had returned. And why karma returns, one thing karma identify most is the root, the premises. And these premises are not designed of physical, they are spiritually designed. When it gets to the premises, the root, hey, Adu, you gave me more money the other day, Adu is not answering. It doesn't concern karma. Karma will drop one beautiful package more for Adu. Whoever is Adu's successor in inheritance will pick it. And whatever the other person gave to karma that took away, it may be 10 years. Sometimes it can be even 3 years. Sometimes it can be 1 year. Sometimes it could be 100 years. Karma will return back with that thing. When I was going the other day, you gave me debt to hold, so I am back. Hey, Lagbaga, Lamini, Lakasegbe. No answering. Okay, this is it. The successor inheritance of that person will pick it. So, Mantawale, it's not the only one, no. But for sure, I'm not prophesying. I'm only just interpreting the work of God. Because His instructions are already stabilized. They don't come out because God is looking at the way the guru is talking. It's okay. God has established His rules and regulations. If you do it like this, they are hanging. They are in space there. It is instigation of what you did. It reactivates those words immediately and they come down. Everyone that has contributed, it doesn't matter either his contribution or her contribution had brought not less than 100 people to death. God is going to consume them with the instrument they introduced to the system. So Matewale, with most of his colleagues all across Nigeria, number 9 in the menu.
That's an interesting one.
Lawal, Akpabio, Umahi missing on 9th list of senatorial candidates.
It has rider stories in item number 4.
Yes.
And
tell me, what is there number 4?
Item number 4, senatorial race. Filing of false APC over submission of Lawan Akpabio. Akpabio's names. That's from leadership paper.
What's the name of the man who said he has won the ticket? Is it Machina or
Machina?
Machina.
Mr. Kuno said it's Machina.
Machina too. Now, the movement is simple. Lawal Ibrahim Ahmad came out suddenly looking much like the preferred candidate of Muhammadu Buhari. Because Muhammadu Buhari is somebody who doesn't want to take, he's not too good at taking responsibilities. He's not so good at taking responsibility. If he tells me from that, because Bloomberg, what's the name of this paper?
Bloomberg.
Yeah. Ask him your preferred, he said the APC. When did you zero down to Bola Tinubu? When did you zero down to Bola Tinubu? On that 29th of May, 2015, what did he say? I am not for anybody, I'm for everybody. Was Tinubu not shut out of activities of the villa immediately after that? When did Buhari remember that Tinubu must come back home? Was he not in preparation for 2019 general election when he was going to the Gambia that he invited Tinubu? So two of them, they sat in the presidential plane, in the presidential seat. They were going through this, that is a new friendship. But between after being sworn in and that time when he renewed the friendship, was he giving Bola Tinubu an access? Did somebody not say, somebody said at the time, say, no, Asiwaju, you are one of the leaders, not just the leader of APC. Buhari will never take responsibility. So when Ahmad came, everybody said, oh, could this be this? And that is why many are still in their sorrow, licking their wounds. People like Amechi Rotimi. People like Yemi Osinbajo. People like Godwin Emefiele, which Buhari still defending it tomorrow, and all that. Don't forget, President Muhammadu Buhari defended David Lawa Babashi. Yes, he defended him. He even said that the signatures of the senators that found him guilty were opposed until he defended him, that he never stole, he was a holy man, until a committee was set up, a commission of inquiry headed by the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. A member is the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister for Justice, Abubakar Malami. Another member was Lawal, then the Director General of the DSS, to look into the Babashi matter and the matter of offshore tower, the money met there. And of course, the offshore tower, two people advised that they should be careful, because that department and is a security agency. It has to do with espionage. It operates clandestinely. That if too much revelation is made, you will expose the lives of those people to danger in the countries where they are operating. Two people get Bola, the former Attorney General of the former
Bolaige. Is it Bolaige?
Not Bolaige. The former Minister of Internal Affairs, who was also Director General at the Institute of International Affairs. This man from Malaysia, Bolaji Akiyemi or what? Advised, because it's a game. It's a territory operated well. Then Chief A.K. Hopsford, Albert, advised that be careful of this. It was when the panel now submitted their report, he indicted this David Lawa. Bolaji Akiyemi.
Yes.
It was when the panel presided, chairman by the Vice President of the indicted Lawa, that President Muhammadu Buhari relieving of his duty. And on that day, because the man was so sure that he had the backing of the president, when he was coming downstairs from the journalist met him and said, but you have been relieved of your... He said, who? The journalist told him by the presidency. You know the question he asked? He said, who is the presidency? But arrangement had made. Okay, you are going, you must go now because the vice president did not even utter anything, something like that. And the man said, okay. And probably either the man suggested it or President Muhammadu Buhari suggested it for the man. The man went to bring his cousin, Mustafa, Kubet, who took over that position. It's his cousin. So President Muhammadu Buhari is not always willing to take responsibility. So the first list they submitted, which APC submitted, and this Baba that's supposed to be sleeping is it Nazarawa? Abdullahi Adamu. I don't know. The man started his operation as national chairman of APC in controversies. He has stepped into.
No, but he was already in controversy before he became the national chairman.
You want to take me to the zone of EFCC and the money?
But that's some form of controversy already.
That's more controversial than controversy. Now, the list they submitted to INEC included Akpabio, included Dave Umai, included Lawal Ahmad. And INEC in Akwa Ibom says that INEC did not knew when these people did their own in Akwa Ibom. So, as far as they are concerned, that name cannot be there. Adamuna came. He's journalist. He should get here. So they submitted this name. And they are saying, no. But Machina, Machina, now said that I went, I participated. First time in Nigeria, they submitted name of people who participated in a different thing and they were being awarded a position. Thank God, the INEC is reflecting the independence of the name. So INEC now brought the list of those who will be contending out. The list had no place for Ahmad Lawal, had no place for Akpabio, has no place for David Umahi, and who again? It is now that shame is coming in to the people. So there are other technicalities we would have pulled out there, but because of so a position now had suffered casualty. It is the same thing that the governor decided to confront president on his preferred candidate. You know, there was war between the governors and the National Assembly. And the war has consumed more of the National Assembly than the governors.
That's why many of them never returned.
The casualty list, by the time they will be reading it out. And those who return, what did they come back with? Lamentations. We shouldn't have done this. Look, a few days ago now, they said, we will now override the president on 8412.
But that wouldn't bring any of them back.
That they are gone there. I mean, according to what did the Supreme Court say? The Supreme Court said you cannot appropriate and appropriate. You cannot be the one to sign. You are signing this thing and you are giving condition that they should remove this thing. You signed this thing yesterday and you are coming to court. You want us to pronounce something on it. That is abuse of court process. That's abuse of court process. That's what Supreme Court told. And funny enough, when Abu Kamalami, who many people see as looking like not too, he dragged President Muhammad Buhari, and President Muhammad Buhari did not say anything, so they were fired. The name went into the
It
list.
was quite unusual to have the president as an appellant.
Yes.
In the case of something he signed.
The man did not even know that this his own attorney general had messed him up. Terribly. So the court said, we are Supreme Court. What are you here for? You signed something yesterday, then today you say, and when you are signing it, you are telling the people, sponsor so. Are you to give instruction? What is the responsibility of the national? Making law is exclusively the responsibility of the national constitutionally. So you cannot be telling them, go and remove this. If you don't like what they do, you don't sign. And while you are telling them, remove this or expunge it to, you tell your attorney general, can't you see any sheepish judge that we can buy for 20,000 naira? Then, and some judges make themselves available for 350 naira. And travel all the way to Kwale. And the lawyer that went there, Court of Appeal say, that court has no jurisdiction over this matter. Because liquor standard, what do you suffer? What do you suffer? These people should not be voted. Are you one of those government employees? You are not. So the Court of Appeal said, if the matter had been brought up properly, they would understand and they would have adjudicated that the constitutional right of these people has been breached. But you, judge, don't you know that you have no jurisdiction over this matter? How will they judge that is pursued for 350 naira? Probably. Terrorists have taken over forests in Nigeria. Akeredolu is talking, raises alarm. I will join this to when the federal government came to say that ISWAP were responsible
for our killings.
Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, the man has not been able to survive the collision between him and Oyetola, the governor for Chu State.
Well, I thought it was him and the presidential candidate of the APC.
Did you not hear him the other day that he begged Oyetola for almost 2 years that please don't undo any of those things that I laid down. Those inefficient things you laid down.
Owing salaries for months?
They own salaries for months. Don't. Rauf. Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola. This was what led to maybe his mentor. Of course. His mentor is Bola Tinubu. His mentor is Bola Tinubu. The election that followed immediately, did he not, when the primaries, did he not suffer casualty in Ilesha, his own hometown? In his own hometown, they voted out everything he stood for. That is Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola. So it was when this thing was, he came, and you are the minister of, what do you call, security of Nigeria. Internal affairs.
Internal affairs, yes.
Now, you say this one. And yet, you say the evidences are not too solid. Is it not only in Nigeria? When they ask one boy the other time, say, can you tell us the differences between so? The boy said that in America, the police will investigate, get all the facts. The day they pick you, you are in court because the facts are ready. Then, in England, the police will investigate. Then the day they pick you, they may ask you only 2 or 3 questions. Then he said in Nigeria, the police will bring you in, no facts, no nothing. The police will beat you and beat you and beat you. The police will give you Bible, write it like this, and you will do it. ISWAP, where is the evidence? So Akeredolu is saying now, and the truth of the matter is that terrorists had fitted all Nigeria forests. Even in the riverine area. I went to one village. You have to fly from Bomadi the other day. It's about 5 hours on the sea, flying. Can you do that, Adu?
5 hours flying.
Sometimes without the jacket too for safety. And you see the water turning like this. You look here, no end. You look there, no end.
Well, I haven't been on a boat before.
And we did not say our last prayers. Each time I go to those places, I don't need to see my last prayer. I will decided on the boat to stress myself and can't go. I met herdsmen. This is in Bayelsa State. You take off from Bomari in Delta State. I met herdsmen. And I don't know whether this is manifestation of the principle of jihad by the womb. Food. God forbid batting. The number of Okada riders in Lagos today, if there is anything, would they not be, is the number not outweighing all members of the Nigeria Police Force, which is put between 350 to 450,000? So this man is talking. This man is talking. Akeredolu. For those who have ear, let them hear what the Spirit is communicating to the congregation. Okay. The only thing I can say about Supreme Court, corruption did it. Corruption. Rough fight, deal. And the rough fight had a reason. And the reason is that why the the Baba.
Tanko.
Tanko, or thank you. You can say Tanko.
Is it thank you?
Thank you. Will carry his wife, carry children, go around. Any of these justices, any of the justices. The judiciary, that is the apex. No material to work with. To talk of the generating plant and to talk of the register memo to switch off by 4 p.m. I will blame them. Because the cost, the cost of all this radio station here to run the place today. You know how many millions go for diesel every week? Because in my own little private way, where I have studio doing my things, have office doing my things, I don't want to tell you the cost of running generator for the past 2-3 months. Let me not tell you. At a point, I had to sit down and say, what can you do in order to be alive? So I decided to change a few things. Because in those days, I used 250,000 naira to run my gen for a month. But within the past 3-4 months or 5 months now, I started by doubling. Mm-hmm. Then I now knew the doubling did not help. To triple would not help. Quadruple. That is how much is my earning at my age that I will spend about 1 million naira. So when the justices were saying that memo did not work with, but there are a lot of things. Most of them have no cars. Most of them, Adu, they don't have residences. And this is the last court. This is the last hope of the people. Can you see to that? The last hope of the people. Okay. The news coming in now. Can I talk it?
Yes. According to the Vanguard.
The Chief Justice.
Yes, has resigned office.
Sorry, is it thank you?
Tanko, Justice Ibrahim Tanko.
Okay.
The Vanguard just broke the story.
Had resigned.
Yes.
Retired because.
According to the Vanguard, they say he resigned based off health reasons.
Okay.
Cited health grounds as the reason for
Of course, the health ground would always be there as an alibi. And the benchers, they've set up a committee to look into it. Corruption fooled that place. And the general manager of the Corruption Limited, according to 14 justices, signed the letter. It has never been like this in Nigeria history before.
Never.
Not even one country that you will see all of them. 14 put pen to paper, sign. Say this man is running us in a way we wouldn't like. So his name shall not be Thank you, but Tanko. So he did the right thing. Onoge will be laughing somewhere. Adu?
It's a pity Odili had reached her expiration.
Of course, 70. You clock 70. Now, okay. I think
we should listen to our list.
Please. Have it overshot the.
Oh, there's still time to let them have their voice.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir, for the always well elucidated analysis. Join the conversation.
And for information, there is knowledge Dropbox.
Oh, okay. So let's hurry and get your thoughts in. The WhatsApp number is 0809-234-5913. Okay? Join us there, 0809-234-5913. You can also join us using that number to call. But I'll start off by reading messages for now. This person says, good morning, Adu and Guru. Please, can you help us confirm? There's a story saying if you check the back of your voter's card, I think I've seen that news go around. If you check the back of your voter's card, if it was before, it was 2011, the new cards will not read it. Well, I haven't spoken to INEC, so I can't independently verify that. Ibrahim Surilere from Surilere says, good morning, Adu and Guru. It's so perplexing to hear that PVC can't be gotten within a few days. Meanwhile, if you go to a popular bank in Nigeria, you get your ATM within 5 minutes. They have a machine that prints ATM cards within the shortest time possible. All the necessary details are included on the card. No be juju be that. So why can't INEC use a similar machine to print Nigeria's PVCs? And I hail the may we know what we're doing. I remember the first time I had that was when I was back in the US. I wanted to open a bank account for one of the US banks. Prior to my going there to live, I hadn't seen that kind of technology before. Okay. So I thought that it's like the wait and get, you do that, come back and get. The man just told me, oh no, have a say. Your card is going to be ready. And before I could finish signing all the papers, they handed me an envelope with my card. So, yes, it's very, very doable. Thank you very much. Saeed Sikaru from Mushin answers your question and says the Labour Party, of course. He didn't give reasons, though. Meanwhile, still on WhatsApp, Peter Newland says, good morning, Adrian Guru. Labour Party will win the presidential seat. Peter Obi will not be very nice to any candidates aspiring for the presidency. This government is the worst, promoting illegality, insurgency, kidnapping, economic catastrophe, and embezzlement under impunity. APC and PDP can only win in Nigeria through rigging because nobody will vote for another 8 years of hardship and insecurity. One more from WhatsApp. Alaji Olorun Jegbese from Mushin, I think, says, good morning, Honorable Guru, and Adu, Almighty Creator will continue to guard and guide you. My prayer is that the Labour Party wins the elections, generally because APC and PDP have confirmed to us that they are members of the same coin. Birds of a feather flock together. Phone line 015150 Turn off your radio and call us on that landline number. Good morning to you, Prince Wise. Quickly now, join the conversation.
Yes, I want to join, but make I greet that with Baba inside studio.
God bless you. God bless you. Go ahead.
How are you?
God bless you. Go ahead.
I will go ahead because you are going to give you so what are allowed to be policy.
I'm the command here, so
I know. You are commander in chief.
Thank you. Thank you. You call me commander in chief, not commander in chief.
I want to talk about this INEC talking about primary school, secondary school. I think this time around, in Nigeria of today, primary school can't rule this country. Secondary school can only secure job that can be cleaner or messenger. We need graduates to rule this country, and the Aswaju is a graduate of a foreign university. So once you have that qualification, no question about it at all. That might stand this morning.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Okay, sorry, lost that one. Call back. Come on. All right, please turn off your radio when you call us back. Quickly, Twitter, Acha Abel, sorry. So, Mr. Guru, as for the question you asked earlier, I'm interested in any party that can rescue this land from APC. They have caused us a lot of agony. Imagine PMB saying we are better now than in 2015. Is he aware of the reality of all that, what's going on? He says, what an insult. Abel speaking there. Still on WhatsApp, Adedeji Adegboyega says, those in power are fraudsters, gangsters and warlords. Matawale, governor of Zamfara State, has openly demonstrated this for suggesting that everyone in his state should own a gun, yet no response from the DSS on the presidency on this matter. Well, Adegboyega, the commissioner of police in Zamfara State, had warned to say that there's still an ongoing law against people owning firearms in the country, and arrests will be made if anyone was caught with such.
No, but if the double barrel is firearm, you can obtain it by having
if they don't have the license. Then.
No, they will not go there now. This man, the Baba bandits. Sorry, Baba good bandits. Matewale will give them. We help them to process the license now.
Okay. Adegoreji says, what is Daddy Guru's opinion on Ekweremadu's travails and his chances of escaping a jail term? What did he do wrong, and where was there any whistleblower on the intent and the mission of Ekweremadu's in the UK? Well,
what I can say on that, I am not a lawyer, I keep saying this, but what my little knowledge tells me is that the Nigeria Immigration Services have come out to say that the the passport of the donor is 21 years, not 15 years, as it was alleged to have reported, that the affidavit and everything sworn or whatever for the passport is 21 years. It means, therefore, if it is 21 years,
yes, sir,
the first matter of 15 years would have been knocked out. 2, Ekwere Madu wrote a letter to the British Embassy asking for processing of traveling immigration visa for so person. And that he has to do with kidney, that there is a sufferer in London, and both of them will be in that King's Hospital where the kidney will be transferred. That letter, I don't know how Ekwere Madu secured the convenience of the donor so to go. But if that letter comes and it is accepted by the court there, it will equally lessen his problem. But everything will depend on the judiciary, which is not operating from Nigeria, which is operating from England. So let us wait and see. And maybe I will call lawyer next week to ask questions about it.
Okay. Let's go back to the phone line. 0809 191 3913 for the women. Peter, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. The Guru, good morning, sir.
Morning to you. You have less than a minute, please. Pardon me. Please go ahead.
Wow, very interesting. Let me use Zamfara to cover every activity of the police. Though you told us that the initial aim of recruiting police in Nigeria was to torment the Nigerians to extract something from them. But later on, we find out that our constitution gives them the responsibility of protecting Nigerians. And the army, our territorial integrity must be protected. So why, based on the frustration of the governor of Zamfara State, for him to come up with this suicidal suggestion? Why have the police relinquished or reneged from their constitutional duties to protect Nigeria and want to further risk the lives of Nigerians by telling Nigerians to carry guns?
No, the police did not. Please.
Good morning to you in the compound we are living.
Peter,
Yes.
Please. The police did not say Nigeria should go and carry gun. It's
no, I don't say that. I said the governor said Nigeria should go and sorry, these people should carry guns, sir, and not that police.
Okay.
I'm just saying that. Why should the governor come up with that? Why there is police to protect us? That's where I'm going.
Okay,
and let me just finalize my 2 seconds this way. See, Ogami, I reported Mr. Friday or Frayo of Onita police station to you the other time. And yesterday, the man was there again and was threatening our driver of Korope. Why is that still happening? Why are they not protecting us? They are extorting money. We will change their name from Nigeria Police to a group of extortioners. What is going on?
Thank you.
Okay, back to WhatsApp. A couple of messages and from the WhatsApp platform. This is coming in from Victor from Ilupeju. Says, Guru, is there, in response to what Prince Wise said, Tinubu's position of university degree isn't the problem. The question is, how did he gain admission to higher institution without secondary school result? Will that not be an evidence of fraud? Daniel says, Adu and Guru, I wouldn't be surprised when Nigeria is now overrun by terrorists. Okay, may that day not happen.
But they'll be capturing in Abuja now.
Guru, may that day not happen.
Okay, but that day has happened.
Raphael Keto says, what the Supreme Court just pronounced is to tell the executive that their mumu don't do. All right, then. One more from WhatsApp. Taddy says, on other programs I contribute, on this program I learn. It is good we have a program like this. The Guru, thank you. Please make your email available for us. Thank you.
Email?
There's already friends of the Guru. So, Mr. Taddy, you can go to your Telegram app and just type in Friends of the Guru and you'll find it there. It's a platform where you can have this kinds of interactions. Phone lines are hot. Let's take a couple of calls. Hello, good morning. Our female line.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Sorry, this line is for women to call us. Please do call us on any other number, okay? So that's 0809 191 is reserved for our female callers. Please do avoid to use that if you're a male. 0809-191-3913 is the full number. Also, there are other numbers, 0809-222-0913. And I have a caller coming through. Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Mercy, calling you from Ikorodu.
Your name is what?
Mercy.
Mercy. All right, Mercy. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Yes, please. You see this issue of Zamfara. I'm not supporting the governor. But you see, when you are helpless, any available way to help yourself become an opportunity. We have somebody who is supposed to be one who will take care of the entire military force. Everything is happening. Are we going to? I don't understand. Are we telling the entire world, I mean Nigerians, telling the entire world that we cannot handle these little boys called terrorists? Are we telling the entire world that Nigeria is now a place that anybody can just carry gun and claim to be terrorist and have his way and nobody is talking? Now, the man cited a very good point that nobody is pointing at. And I will advise every governor, every Nigerian governor, ban Okada. Because these so-called terrorists, that is one of their requests these days. Have we taken note of that? And nobody is able to catch Okada. I don't understand what is happening to us Nigerians. Please, if Buhari and all these top military men cannot or do not want to protect the lives of Nigeria, let them tell us. As Nigerians, we know what to do.
Okay, thank you, Bessie. Thank you.
Thank you, Mercy. Okay, we are going to go straight into the knowledge drop box. But before we do that, quick tweet from Ochuko says, "If ye be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land." It has been said before we were all born.
Isaiah.
He's quoting in terms of the obedient movement for Peter Obi. That's what he's saying.
Oh,
Yes, knowledge drop box.
you are welcome to Knowledge Dropbox. We're going to be fast so as not to breach the rules of protocol. We now know better that factors that brought 1940 to being were seeds planted clandestinely many years before the amalgamation. We are going somewhere. For example, out of the 28 people that sat down in Calabar for the ceremony of the amalgamation, only 6 were Nigerians. We have said this before. The 6 of them, none of them signed any paper. So why they were present was more of ceremony that they just look and say. Meaning, Nigeria as it was negotiated into being by foreigners. So for any person to stand or to sit and say the continuation of Nigeria is not negotiable, that person must be operating from a far away world of reality. Because Nigeria was made possible by foreigners, negotiated it. So if you want to be living at peace with ourselves, why can't we sit and negotiate it? So the language is not negotiable, it's presentation of nothing but fallacy. Because the 6 people that sat down that day, that did not put anything to anywhere, these were the Nigeria president at the amalgamation. His Royal Majesty Maturari Saki Muslimu and Sultan of Sokoto. Osman Dam Maje later became Emir of Kano. Saki Toye Ajase, a very successful lawyer in Lagos. His Royal Majesty Oladugbolu Alaafin of Oyo. His Royal Majesty Henshaw Obog of Calabar. Then Abubakar Shehu of Borno. These are the people that sat down to sign that thing. None of them signed anything. But what we must know properly when we are talking of this Nigeria matter, we must negotiate it so as to have one Nigeria, because I'm a candidate. I'm a good student of one Nigeria opportunity, but it must be negotiated. Because the amalgamation of 1940 was the manifestation of series of consultations that started from 1552, when the first British sailor, Captain Thomas, Wadam sailed his ship, MV Lion, to be followed later and took anchorage at the Eko. Eko had always been in existence, not which is Lagos waterfront, a name given by Portuguese, collection of waters. Now, let us look at something very, very important here. This part that later became Nigeria, who are the first people to exploit it? The European came here first. Portuguese were the first European to arrive here. They moved to Bight of Benin. In 1472, they anchored in Forcados. Now, the first British man that came here was whom I just mentioned now, Captain Wade, in 1552. And the story we were told is that the man vanished into what they call interior area, upper areas, which today will prove that to the north. Because then there was nothing like Nigeria, so you couldn't have gotten northern Nigeria or southern Nigeria or any other places. So he went there and he was absent there for 3 years. People thought he was even dead. So he returned back and made a quick journey back to Europe before he returned back to go to Benin, where one big mosquito from that place bit him and he died. Now, this way, we are talking of those years. But the most important thing is this. This place is connection of, they call it colony of slaves. These are businessmen, merchants, that arrive. Most of them British. Even Mongo Park, who they say discover River Niger, where my great forefathers have always been. They did not discover River Niger as Mongo Park. He's from Scotland. And don't forget, the first person that came into Nigeria that started journalism in Nigeria in about 185 years ago from Scotland. So they bought Nigeria. So when the British traders were to go away, they sold Nigeria. This is what I want listeners to take away in this knowledge box of today. Nigeria was sold at the cost of 865 Great Britain pounds to the British government. So it's a collection of what they call colony of slaves, and they sold this place. So is it a big wonder that today Nigeria's leadership takes selling and buying of Nigeria as their pastime, including the incumbent governments? Has Nigeria not been matter of you sell, I buy, or
you chop, I chop?
I do any political party. You shop, I shop political party of Nigeria. So these have been what. So Nigeria must be negotiated. We must come to that. I am not a person that will back split of Nigeria. No. Because Nigeria God bless Nigeria with 3 things. I will talk about those 3 things next week, Monday, knowledge report. For now, the box containing the knowledge have been dropped.
Has been dropped.
Thank you. The guru is about to sign up, but let me tell you this. Follow me on Twitter at Godwin_Buebu. Yes, Facebook, Godwin Etaki Buebu. A page was created or is created on Facebook for this discussion, the Vetra column. And most importantly, visit my website, www.godwintheguru.com. Please check on YouTube channel of the Guru, Godwin the Guru. Godwin the Guru is the channel on YouTube. And of course, the phone number, I will call it again, but don't call. Send short messages, 0906 887 0014. And of course, I do thank you very much for this ride.